Okay. I think I hope this is working. I can't tell, but we're gonna roll with it. So I am doing my first live ever. Nobody's in the room. Totally okay. This is for me really to get out of my own way and to begin the process of creating content, so to speak. So yeah, I just figured it is 9:56. I got up early this morning. I don't even know where I'm supposed to be looking. I got up early this morning, which I'm really really proud about. I am on my discipline thing. I have no idea what any of the buttons are. I just know that I'm live and I will figure out the rest as I go. But I wanted to do this live so that I could like just get used to being on camera. I am building something, and I know that as part of the building, I have to create content. And so I wanted to challenge myself this morning to um, not overthink things and to just get on the live and start yapping. And I figured I would yap while I'm also putting on a little bit of makeup. Um, I usually don't wear a lot of makeup during the week, but I figured I could do a little bit of putting on some makeup this morning, um, just to give me a reason to yap and um, maybe stay a little occupied while I find what I'm yapping about. I feel very proud of myself right now, though. I am someone who overthinks and overanalyzes things. And so I will for sure um, contemplate to the point where I do absolutely nothing because I want to prepare. So I'm trying to get over the thing of being a perfectionist and just going with the flow. I am not a professional makeup artist, so I'm not even going to attempt to guide you in what I'm doing. I do what I think works for my face, and it seems to do all right because I get some feedback um, from time to time that makes me feel like I've done something okay. But this is kind of cool though. I'm very glad that nobody's in the room. I'm just like, I'm excited that I'm doing this thing. Um, so yeah, I what I want to yap about this morning. So this morning I got up around. I got up um, a little before, around like 5:40, 5:30. I wanted to be up earlier than that because I have a morning routine where I actually um, like to read and journal and do the things that I know are helpful to making me feel grounded in the day. And so I got up this morning and did that because I also wanted to start my work day earlier than what I typically do. And it used to be so easy for me to get up early in the mornings. And I have just found that as I'm getting older, that is not the case. And I am sure, it has a lot to do with habits that I also just need to adjust in general so that I can do a better job of getting up in the mornings. But this morning, I got up and I got started with my devotion, journaling, prayer time. And I feel really good that I have done that. So much so that I was like, oh, I've got some time before I actually start my work to try out this getting try out this live feature. So that's what this is all about. The other thing too is that I'm currently um, building a business, and in my last job, the last job where I was an employee, I did a lot of facilitating, and the work that I'm building now, I do a lot of facilitation as well. But I was so accustomed to facilitating a lot of spaces and having to be like on camera because much of it happened virtually. I was working for a region, and so much of my work involved me facilitating spaces virtually, which is totally fine. I did some in person stuff too, but I have been out of practice with that for a while, and I am currently engaged in some work through the thing that I am building, and it requires me to facilitate. And one of the things that I realize is that, like, I am just rusty in my facilitation. I'm not someone who loves just like talking to be talking. I can certainly like organize a space and organize sessions and workshops, but to just like get up and like ramble aimlessly is not my thing. But I needed to. I realized that like I was doing some facilitation last week, and I realized like I'm just rusty. I found myself like um, getting flustered and tongue tied with my words. And it made me really want to be intentional about finding ways to activate and exercise my voice. And part of how I'm thinking I can do that includes talking to the camera more. So I have learned, and I learned from my own experience, but then also I've just learned from watching other people that putting yourself in a position to actually have to speak more, have to be more comfortable talking um, and holding space can be very helpful in building the muscle of articulating and facilitating different spaces. And so that is also the aim and part of this. And then when I get to the point where I start sharing more about what I'm building, I also want to have a bit of a flow and a rhythm in learning how to be intentional about activating my voice on the camera. So that's part of what is also happening here as well. I am actually doing the order of how I would do my makeup a little out of sync, trying to juggle talking into the camera while also like doing your makeup is a bit of a task for me. Um, but that's okay because I expect that I will become more comfortable as I do it. And yeah, I'm also set up in a way where like I am not sure if this will be the background that I will always have, but I certainly didn't want to be in a space where I had nothing behind me. But yeah, I've got like I've got these studio lights, which full transparency, I don't activate. I don't put them to use like I should. Um, but I've got them. And yeah, I got this cute little bookshelf with knickknacks and some artwork on it. So it feels like it's doing a little something, but then there's like this blank space here too that I'm like, but what else? That's just me noticing that in this moment. So back to me getting up this morning and starting my day a lot earlier than I typically would, which I mean, so today I got up and I was doing my devotion a little before 6. I wanted to be like sitting down and doing it by 5:30. Didn't go exactly according to plan, but still I was sitting down and starting before 6, which is a great thing for me. I will say though that I typically these days find myself waking up somewhere between 6:30, 7 o'clock. And that's fine. That's still early to some folks, and I work from home. Um, but I find that like by the time I do my devotion, the time that it takes me to like work out, stretch, shower, eat some breakfast before I sit down, like I don't even want to it just takes me longer than I would like for it to take, and I start my day later than I want to. So it's ideal for me to be starting my day by a certain time. And I just haven't been doing that. But feel very proud and accomplished this morning because I got up, I'm getting things done, had breakfast, I've done the gym, I had a morning community call. I have also had a conversation. I caught up with my aunt, which was really dope. I don't talk to my aunt every morning, but this morning I had the space and capacity after the gym to check in and chat with her. So that was really dope. And now I was like, oh, I've got a little bit of time. So I am gonna get live. I'm getting live right now. And then it's like I don't even know where I'm looking. Like, should I be looking? I'm using my webcam, so it's like, am I supposed to be looking into the webcam? I find myself wanting to look at the reflection of me back from the computer. I don't know if the sound. I don't know how the sound is going to sound. I don't know any of that. But let me do these brows, which don't ask me anything because I don't know. Again, I just do what works for me. Um, I've been wanting to do this setup though, this live thing for some time. And I've just been, again, like I said, holding myself up from doing it. But I want to be more consistent. I want it to just start. But then once I've got it started, I want to build up a routine around doing this. And so maybe this will become part of my daily thing, at least during the week. Um, we'll see. Uh, so yeah, what else is up? I am currently reading Emma Greed's "Start with Yourself" book, and I've just started the book, so still getting into it, but um, there are some things that I find helpful in it. I may share more about my full thoughts on the book once I've completed it. I'm literally still in the beginning pages, so I can't say too much, but I'm interested. I'm interested enough to like keep going and to read it fully. So, yeah. I didn't even like put a full title or description on this thing. I have no idea how the live is going to do in whatever the algorithm is. But again, this is like more so for my own benefit, for being public, for building some reps. I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over again. And that I'm rambling. Suppose that I don't have to fill all of the space, but I want to fill enough of it. Yeah. Hopefully the sound is also okay too, because the microphone indicator, like I have one green dot. Every once in a while, it'll go up to two. So I don't know if that means that I'm not talking loud enough or what. So I'm trying to like modulate and speak louder consistently. But we'll just see. I'll watch this back and I will figure out how to adjust going forward. But I'm going to give myself some grace on this first one. And I'm just going to be proud that I'm doing this. So, what y'all got going on? Chat? Ain't nobody in the chat. Nobody in the chat. But and I would probably freak out if somebody did join the chat. So I'm okay with nobody being in the chat right now or even in the room. We're just going to do a little bit of just a little color, which I didn't put any liquid on for my blush, but it's all good. Just bringing a little warmth back to my face. Also, this typically would not take me this long to do if I wasn't like on camera. Also, don't do a whole lot of putting makeup on in general. Keep it really simple, mostly because of my skill level, but also because I'm just not someone who enjoys like having heavy makeup on. So there's that. Anywho, so today it's Monday. I am going to, Mondays are really admin heavy days for me. So I've got, I try not to schedule calls on Mondays. I do have, like, I have like the morning community call that I participate in. And then I do also have one other community call later on. But I don't really consider those like the same as like typical calls where I would have to hold space and lead the space. So I'm okay with that. But even still, I typically wouldn't have even that on Mondays. But I have those things, and I've got some to-do lists. I have some things on my to-do list that I do need to get done. So I am going to take care of those things. This is, I mean, aside from me like second guessing if I'm looking into the camera enough, I can see that this is like actually not that challenging. Um, yeah. So it's 10:15 my time, Eastern time right now. I am going to end this live. I'm done with my makeup. Very simple. I've just got a bun in my hair too, and I'm wearing this headband. But I'm going to end this live. I've been live for 20 minutes, which is a big deal for me, especially with my first time being live. Um, I am going to come back tomorrow and I will be more intentional with maybe, I don't know, I might not put pressure on myself at this point. I think I just want to be in the habit of creating consistency with just getting on live. So maybe I'll do makeup again tomorrow. I don't know. I am going to get on here again tomorrow. I'm going to commit to that. Um, I'm going to commit myself to showing up this week. So that's the commitment. I am going to get live. I'm going to go live every day this week around the same time to get my reps in, build the muscle of being on camera and being activated. And we shall see how this goes. So, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.